Good morning, Cross Timbers, and welcome to another Movement Monday with Mrs. Rawls. I hope you guys are all doing well. So before we get started today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what today's Movement Monday is going to look like, because it's going to be different than our last few weeks of Movement Mondays. So one of the things we're missing out on due to all this craziness is our Super Kids Day event that we have each year. Makes me super sad that I can't be with you guys for that fun day, but I'm super thankful again for other people that are working hard to put out resources and activities for us to utilize. And Open Phys Ed, who I've talked to you guys a lot about, their staff has come up with a virtual field day that schools from all over the country have signed up to be a part of, and I signed up Cross Timbers to be a part of that. So I'm super excited for us to at least get to have some sort of field day fun, even if it does have to be virtually. So this week, we are going to be going over the events, and I'm going to be allowing you guys to take those times to practice the events. So today's class, I'm going to be showing you the first 5 events for our virtual field day. And then I just want you to take some time throughout the rest of your day, tomorrow, to work on these 5 events, practice them. Tomorrow, I'm going to post another video with 5 more events, again, showing you what those events are and what they should look like, and giving you that opportunity to practice them. And then I'm going to show you another video on Thursday with the final 10 events. So by Thursday on your grade level YouTube pages, you will have all 20 events that we are going to have available for virtual field day. Now, Open Phys Ed, their National Field Day event is actually set up for this coming Friday, May 8th, but we are going to do it as a school as our last Movement Monday PE class for the school year. So we will be doing it next Monday. But again, I want you guys to be able to practice all of these events, because next week, you're going to pick your 5 favorite events to do for virtual field day. Now, if you want to do all of them, that is perfectly fine, but all you have to do is 5 if you want. And then we are going to have a post on our Cross Timbers Facebook page where you guys can go on and post videos of yourself doing the events that you chose. You can post a scorecard on how you did with the events, whether you chose 5 events or all 20 events, it's up to you. But we're just gonna have a fun little video or post where you guys can go and post and show that you were a part of this Open National Field Day. Now, the cool thing about these resources as well is that on openphysed.org, you can find all sorts of things to print if you have access to a printer, or at least look at and copy if you need to. So if you go to openphysed.org/National Field Day, so that's right there, they will have all of the resources that I'm going to be showing you today. They even have certificates that you can print out when you complete field day next week. So these scorecards for practice plans, so here's practice plan number 1, and I'll post a better picture of that here in just a second. So it has the first 5 exercises, which we're going to do today: paper plane cornhole, wind bowling, soccer skee ball, towel flip challenge, and milk jug relay. So the cool thing is you can get on and you can print this out, and you can answer the questions and then practice them and write down your scores as you practice them. You don't have to do that, but there are these resources available for you if you want to hop on and print them out if you have that availability. They also have the scorecard for the actual event. Again, I'll post a better picture of this here in just a few minutes. But this has all 20 of the event activities on it. It's the official scorecard. You get 2 attempts and then your personal best. So attempt 1 for your score, attempt 2, and then your personal best. So this is what you can print out and use next Monday, and then you can take a picture of it and post it to our post on the Cross Timbers Facebook page. Again, if you don't have access to a printer, because I don't, my mom printed these off for me, then you can just make your own scorecard and post it, or just post videos. We just want to see you guys being a part of it. And the Open National team has asked us to tag them at Open Phys Ed and use the hashtag National Field Day, because they're really wanting to see how many people across the United States are a part of their field day. So I will continue talking a little bit about this in today's video, tomorrow's video, and Thursday's video. But that's what this week is going to look like. So we're not gonna have a warm up or a cool down like we've been having. It's gonna be a shorter video. I'm just gonna hop right in, show you these 5 activities. And then I just want you guys to spend some time maybe with a brother or a sister or somebody at home that might want to do these with you and practice them. Pick out, again, your favorite, or maybe you like all of them, whatever you want to do, and then keep checking back both Tuesday and Thursday for all the other events so that you can practice them and be ready for a virtual field day event on Monday, okay? So the first event that I am going to show you is called the Towel Flip Challenge. So I'm gonna show you a picture and then I will practice it and show you what it'll look like. Let's get started. All right, you guys. So event number 1 that I'm going to be showing you is called the Towel Flip Challenge. So you will need a towel. Make sure it's a towel that you are allowed to use, okay? You don't want a brand new towel that we're putting down on the ground. I'm gonna stand on it and I'm gonna start my timer. I have 1 minute to try to flip this towel to the other side and get it flat just like it is now, okay? Here we go. And go. All right, time is done. I'm gonna call that pretty good, okay? It's pretty flat. So 1 minute on the clock. If you guys print out a practice plan, then you would be able to write the answers down for that towel flip challenge. So you could go one time, write down if you were able to do it in a minute, and then see if you can get faster. So now let's move on to event number 2. All right, event number 2 is called the Milk Jug Relay. So what you're gonna want is 1 or 2 gallon milk jugs that you can fill up with water or something like that. So make sure if you don't have that, you got milk around, once it's gone, keep it so you can fill it up with water for this activity. If you don't have milk jugs though, you can use half-gallon milk jugs if you don't have a full gallon. You can use laundry detergent things, which is what I'm going to be using today. My parents at their office have big old hand sanitizer things that I could use if I wanted to. So anything that you can find that's got a little bit of weight to it, or you can fill something up, okay? There's so many things you could find probably lying around the house that you can fill up with water and make it a little bit heavier. But again, if you don't have anything like that one, maybe this is not an event that you do, and that's totally fine. For this event though, you are going to want a walking space of either 15 walking spaces, okay, so I would walk 15 steps, or 30 steps if you want a little bit more of a challenge. You can use 1 milk jug or you can use 2, again, depending on the challenge that you want. You get 1 point for every time you make it to one side. So down and back would equal 2 points. And your goal is to see how many points you can get in 1 minute. Now, from where I'm standing right now to my car there, it's only about 10 spaces. So I'm gonna get a whole lot more than I would if I had that 15 to 30 walking feet space. So I'm just gonna do this today, but just know that you would want yours a little bit farther depending on the challenge that you want, okay? I'm gonna be using my 2 laundry jugs here, and we'll see how I can do in 1 minute. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I was able to get 13. So again, if you are able to print off that practice plan, you can write it down, or you can just write this down on a piece of paper. You don't have to have a practice plan. Okay, again, I don't have a printer at home. My parents printed it out for me. So more than welcome, write down on a piece of paper, see as you practice how much faster you can get and how many more points that you can get. So there is event 2. Let's move right on to event 3. All right, so our next event is called Paper Plane Cornhole. And I know some of you, this is going to be an event that you definitely want to do. So the first thing you're going to need is 3 paper airplanes. Now, I have my 3. 1, I designed on my own. 2, I watched a YouTube clip and used. I guarantee you'll be able to tell which one I made on my own. Okay, that's okay though. Then you're going to want some sort of bucket, or I have a open cardboard box that I'm going to be throwing to you. You want something that the airplane could fall into or hit, okay? So a bowl, a bucket, again, open cardboard box, anything that you can find that, again, has an open hole that the airplane could potentially fall into. So for this one, you want to be about 5 to 10 feet away. Again, you have 1 minute on the clock to keep throwing those airplanes. You get 1 point every time your paper airplane hits some part of your bucket or whatever you're throwing to, and you get 2 points if it goes inside. So here is what paper airplane relay should look like. Or sorry, paper plane cornhole. Woo! 2 points. Four points. Oh. There's the timer. So I was able to get 4 points for that event. Again, you'll want 3 paper planes and some sort of bucket for you to be able to practice this one. Let's move on to event 4. All right, guys, so for this next event, wind bowling, you're going to want a table, okay, maybe your kitchen table, a paper plate, or if you have one, a balloon. The balloon's gonna be a little bit, maybe a little bit more fun if you have a balloon. I do not have a balloon, so I'm gonna be using a paper plate. Now, when I film these Movement Monday classes, I do them during my daughter's nap time. So I have to sometimes change things up a little bit. So for today's event, I'm using only 4 plastic cups and a chair instead of a table. But the goal is that you would have 10 plastic cups and then a table where you could spread them out. If you're gonna use a balloon, you blow the balloon up, and then when your timer starts, use the air from the balloon as it comes out to try to knock the cups off of the table, okay? If If you don't have a balloon, then you use your paper plate and use the wind from the paper plate to try to knock the balloons off. You score 1 point for every cup that gets knocked off the table, and you have 1 minute, just like in all the other events, to knock down as many of the cups as possible. Now, again, I only have 4 cups and a chair, so I'm going to knock mine down to only a 30-minute time today, just to see if I can get all 4 knocked off, and then I'll reset and see how many times I can get those 4 knocked off in 30 seconds. Make it a little bit more of a challenge since I have such a smaller amount of cups. But again, if you have those 10 cups and a table, you'll take 1 minute to complete this activity using that paper plate or that balloon. So here's a little bit of how that one should look. All right, here we go. Four points. Whoops. See if I can do it again. And there's my time. So I was able to knock them off each twice for a total of 8 points. So there's a little bit about how that wind bowling should look. We have one more event for today. All right, guys, our last event for today is called soccer skee ball. So you're going to want probably several pairs of rolled up socks. I just have one for today, so I'm just gonna run and get it and bring it back. But if you have more, hopefully you'll score better. You can also make them larger, so you can add more socks to them, obviously if that's okay, and make them bigger to be able to kick. I am going to use this, and I'm going to drop and do kind of a punt style kick today. As you can see, I've got my setup. So I have a laundry basket, then I have a bucket, and then I have a bowl, okay? I get 1 point every time my sock ball lands inside the main laundry basket. I get 5 points if it lands in the yellow bucket, and then I get 10 points if I can get it into the purple bowl, okay? So for this one, instead of having 1 minute, you're gonna have 10 chances to score as many points as you can, all right? So here's how this one should look. Chance number 1, 0 points. I'm calling that purple, that's a 10-pointer. Okay, here goes chance number 5. I'm struggling. Oh. 3 more tries here. Ooh, there's 1 point. So I'm at 11. Oh, all right, that's 5 points. Okay, last chance. Oh. All right, so I was able to score 16 points. So there is soccer skee ball. Those are your 5 events for today. So if you have the equipment for all of them, grab that equipment and get to practicing, or choose the ones that you have equipment for and practice those, and then hop back on tomorrow to your grade level YouTube pages, and I will have your next 5 events that you can practice tomorrow, okay? Have an awesome day, guys. See ya.